This week on 49ers Sac-Hi sports action from the close league races as we near the end of the regular season. You'll see Linden take on Stagg. Rio Americano meet Del Campo, and Ponderosa face Lincoln.
Softball features the VOL showdown with Central Catholic and Oakdale. Boys volleyball has the league championship game with Lathrop and Mountain House. Plus the story of the Granite Bay softball player overcoming a near career-ending injury. 49ers Sac-Hi sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. We start tonight in the Delta League, where Franklin clinched the league crown this week. The two teams battling for the second spot are Davis and Elk Grove.
Davis entering the week with a 10-2 record, Elk Grove coming in at 9-3. The Blue Devils and Thundering Herd meeting in a three-game series. Game 1 played at Davis on Monday.
Delta League showdown between Elk Grove and Davis. Only one game separating the two. Davis starting the week off in the driver's seat. Top of the first, Davis pitcher Keaton Carpenter is cruising along. Ned Frucci for Elk Grove puts a charge in this one. Left field it goes, but Houston McCray gets a little tangled up and makes the grab. The Frucci then took the mound and struck out the Davis side as he was mowing them down, serving up a couple frozen pizzas and then a whiff to end the inning. Let's jump to the bottom of the second. Davis with the runner on third, 2 outs, but third baseman Brent Martin comes up with the ball over to Russell Pettis to end the inning. Top three we go. Elk Grove loads him up for Tanner McDonald, and on the second pitch that he sees, Tanner tattoos this pitch over the center field wall for a grand slam. Just like that, the Thundering Herd lead it 4-0. 5-0 EG in the fourth when they add to the lead. Martin on second. Cy Peterson takes a whack at the pitch and sends it to the right field wall. It goes 6-0. Herds leading. Still in the fourth, Peterson on third now, and Evan Gentill is jogging the bases as he gets all this one over the left field fence for a 2-run shot. 8-0, and just like that, the Herd break this sucker wide open. And the hits keep on coming. Troy Taylor steps in and delivers a liner to left. It gets down on the hit. Frucci cruised in to score. 10-0. EG's rolling. Then another EG lefty gets another single. Martin bangs it to right. Ethan Groves on second. He tested the arm in right. Slides in safely, and one more time with the bases loaded. Eddie Fine steps in, another lefty, and a single to the center. Chase Groves comes in to score. This is part of a 9-run fourth. Just about did it in for the Blue Devils. Frucci's gets the win, and this Delta League is a tough one to figure out.
Manteca trying to avoid the sweep on their home field as they host Oakdale Friday afternoon. Brian Mueller here. Top two, the Mustangs have them loaded for Cade Galuppi. He pulls one down the line. 2 runs are in, and Oakdale strikes first. Bottom two, the Mustangs put their gloves to good use, executing the 5-4-3 double play to keep it a 2-run ball game. To the third, it's 3-0 now. Christian Diebner hits a low liner to right. That gets down. Landon Schutt scores, and the Mustangs come out motoring with a 4-0 lead. Fourth inning now, Oakdale trying to add to that advantage, but Alex Murrieta hunting this ball down and makes a nice shoestring basket catch. Bottom half of the inning, the Buffaloes with runners on the corners. Landon Chamberlain hits this deep to left, and to the wall it goes. Rex Watson scores. Manteca is on the board on the RBI double. Colton Murillo keeps the comeback going, muscles this ball to right. That will play 2 more, and Manteca now trails by just a run. We're still in the fourth, and Manteca has restocked the bases. Derek Day hits the living daylights out of this ball to Buffalo stampede home, and Manteca has come all the way back to take a 5-4 lead. It winds up being a 6-run inning. Bottom 5, here's Chamberlain again with 2 runners on. He keeps driving them in, a 2 RBI single to left. Manteca now leads 8-4. Meanwhile, Michael George was terrific out of the pen, keeping Oakdale at bay with just 1 run in 4 innings of work. It's 11-5 Manteca in the 7th. The Mustangs with 2 on but 2 out. Diebner doesn't want to go home just yet. Well, not home in that sense, but he'll take this 3-run homer any day. It's 11-8, but Murrieta would close it out with a K, and Manteca takes the series finale with an 11-8 win.
We got a good one for you. Tough non-league matchup between Intercom and Ponderosa. Top of the first, Samantha Stoll on the hill. Riley Trujillo lays out for the grounder and then tags the bag with her glove. That works too. As for Ponder, they got a stud in the circle as well. Anna Niles pounding the strike zone early. She had 4 punch-outs in the first 2 innings. Top of the 5th, Pondo puts something together. Ellie Escobar puts down the bunt. Brooke Abouche for Innicum smothers it and gets the out at 1. On the play, Brent Escobar advances to 3rd. But Stoll's able to get out of the jam, striking out the last 2 batters with them high, stinky cheese. Bottom of the 5th, Brooke Tillinghast makes it to 3rd base with 2 outs, and Elisa Latigue lifts a lazy fly to the outfield. The play cannot be made, allowing Tillinghast to score the game's first run. Tough day for the Bruins bats when Tigers are making plays like this. Mickey Garcia stealing the hit away, and with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, Innicum nursing a 1-run lead with Emily Jacobs. To the wall it goes. Trujillo breaks for home. She's in there without a throw. Down in the 7th with 2 on for Ponderosa and down to the last out. Sadie Ward lifts a fly to right. Tillinghast for the Tigers has a beat on it, makes the catch, and the Tigers from Innicum take down a very tough team, 2-0 your final.
Senior night at Rockland on Monday, the girls team taking on Wood Creek. A couple minutes in, Marin Sells passes ahead to Addie Strong. She goes strong to the goal for the first score of the game. Wood Creek goes on top. But Rockland ties it up just 2 minutes later. Hannah Harville to Avery Wilkins. Avery sneaks it just inside the post. We are tied at 1-1. The Thunder grab their first lead at the 18-minute mark. Kennedy Hall spins around and sees an open Harville, and Hannah one-times at home. Rockland up 4-1 with 13 minutes left in the first half. Don't get in front of Addie Strong when she's sniffing out a goal. Her rocket of a shot finds the back of the net. The Rockland lead is back to 2, but not for long. Sydney Upton to Wilkins, 5-2 Thunder. Rockland eventually leading 10-2 at the break. Harville drives and fires off 1 foot, an 8-goal lead for the Thunder at the half. Wood Creek trying to rally back. Haley Lawson making her way to the goal. A sweet underhand shot there, and Haley gets it to go. Watch this sweet shot from Ava Duvain, well guarded in the crease, and she goes behind her head. Ava with 4 goals for the Thunder, and Avery Wilkins would go on to lead the team on her senior day. Mackenzie Wright going through the spin cycle before feeding Wilkins. Avery with 7 goals. Rockland wins it 18-8. Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. Our first Player of the Week is James Garceau from Yuba City. James went a perfect 4 for 4 at the plate with 3 doubles and 2 RBI in the Honkers win over Bella Vista in Game 1. Yuba eventually going on to take 2 out of 3 from the Broncos.
Our second Roseville Hyundai Player of the Week is Ricky Larson from Ponderosa. The Bruins with a big win in Game 2 to take the series against West Park. Ricky threw a complete game, giving up just 1 hit and striking out 7. Ricky Larson and James Garceau, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is leading the nation in clean power, so each week SMUD teaches us how we can save energy.
Here is this week's Clean Power City Tip powered by SMUD.
My name is Dylan Saucedo from Castro Roble High School, and here's this week's Clean Power City Tip. Unplug small appliances and electronics, like coffee makers and printers when not in use. These items continue using power as long as they're plugged in. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first SunPower electric game. It's the first place game in the Valley Oak League with Central Catholic and Oakdale.
Then Bear Creek and Linden in softball. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Players of the Week. We take great pride in recognizing each of your accomplishments as part of our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle Hyundai Nexo, we've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. And Sac-Niners, we just win. I'm from that field.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio at Levi Stadium with our first SunPower Electric game. Central Catholic and Oakdale softball both enter the week undefeated in league at 4-0. Last year's league race coming down to these two teams as well.
Central Catholic and Oakdale shared the league title last year. The first of two meetings between these two rivals is the first SunPower Electric game. Here is Brian Mueller.
Electric game.
Robert and Aubrey, it's the last two undefeated Valley Oak League teams, and the winner of our SunPower Electric game will be in the driver's seat for the league title. Now, last year, the Raiders took 2 of 3 from Oakdale, but those 3 games were decided by a total of 4 runs, and there shouldn't be much separation in this one, with both teams featuring ace pitchers. For Oakdale, it's our reigning South Player of the Year, Delaney Everett, who's having another dominant season. The Mississippi State commit has a .82 ERA, and opponents are hitting just .111 against her. The Raiders are led by our South Pitcher of the Year, Randy Rolling, who also has a sub-1 ERA at .59. Oakdale with the big hats and hoping to break out the big bats in this one, but always tough against the Cal Berkeley commit. Top 1 Rolling puts a 0 on the board and strikes out the side to boot. She's averaging more than 2 Ks an inning. But as we mentioned before, aces are wild in this game, and Everett matches Rolling strikeout for strikeout in the first. We are scoreless after 1. Top 3 now. The Mustangs have first and second with 2 out. Hit slowly to short. A quick release by Taryn Calderon to get the force out at third and end the inning. Bottom 3. Now the Raiders have 2 on. Rolling shoots this to right. Maya Robles comes in to score, and CC is fired up to get on the board first. To the Raiders' 4th. They have second and third, and it's the freshman catcher, Madison Harrison, coming up huge. Blast this to center. 2 runs come in, and it's a double for Harrison, 3-0 Central Catholic. Then Calderon keeps the Raiders moving with a base hit to center. That scores another 2 to make it 5-0. CC not done in the inning. Jaslyn Rios lines another hit. Calderon is in, and it's a huge 5-run inning for the Raiders. They lead 6-0. Rolling would follow that with a shutdown inning in the 5th, one of her 14 strikeouts. Top 7, Amaya Gustavsis, making absolutely sure she gets this out at first. Smiles all around for the Raiders in this one as they take first place in the VOL with a 6-0 win.
That's what I want, basically, again, my senior year, to finish off with the VOL title. Yeah, that's what we want. This game proved it big time that we can do it.
Reporting in Modesto for the SunPower Electric game, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
There's an Aaron Judge fan, Linden's very own. The girls taking on Bear Creek on Friday. Top of the first, Raylani Elias is the leadoff hitter. She slaps a base hit to left. The ball gets away, and Raylani is quick to jump on the error. She wreaks havoc on the base path. Next batter is Haley Cobbler pulling back, and she slaps it to the pitcher. Watch Elias. Aggressive base running from the speedy senior gives Bear Creek their first run of the day. Top of the second, the Bruins extend that lead. Ariana Olaso, a line drive to left. 2 runners come in to score on the hit, and Bear Creek isn't done. Cobbler comes back up and rips a hit to left field. Olaso and Sienna Rios score. It's 4-0 Bruins, and Bear Creek tacks on 1 more in the inning on the Gianna Galley single through the left side, bringing in Cobbler. 5-0 Bear Creek. Bottom of the third, Lily Alonso rips a ball to center field, and it rolls to the fence. Alonso going for 3 bags, but the Bruins relay is perfect. Rios to Galley to Kiyomi Holland, and that ends the 3rd inning. In the 5th, 2 on for Gianna Galley. She hits it high, deep, and that ball is gone. A 3-run shot for the senior as Bear Creek goes on to win it 13-0 in 5 innings. 5 RBIs on the day from Galley and Cobbler.
The ACL is located centrally within the knee joint and plays a critical role in rotational stability during athletic play. It is often injured with a non-contact twisting motion. Players describe feeling a painful pop and develop swelling, and note instability in the knee during twisting activities. Treatment requires reconstruction surgery using a tendon graft, and successful surgical outcomes are determined by many different factors, but the timing of return to sports may be the most important. Most athletes return to their sport around 1 year from surgery, once they have passed return to play testing.
Coming up, Ripon Christian takes on Orristemba.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section softball poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
Excellent service. They work with you to get the best deal.
Wood recommends anyone. Well done.
Tracy Toyota understands that our reputation of trust makes a difference, and our reviews prove we're with you all the way. Our customers are so happy with their buying experience, they proudly show it online. We even certify our used cars with an included warranty. During the Grab the Keys Let's Go sales event, get 3.99% on select new models. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Swung on a drive to deep right field. Isan Diaz has won this game. Johnson near the track, on the track, leaps on, and Bryce Johnson. Right field is looking up, is marked, and it is gone. What a blast from Gonzalez.
The Southern Athletic League race is a tight one. Ripon Christian, Orristemba, and LeGrand all coming into the week leading the league with a 9-1 record. Ripon Christian and Orristemba meeting in a 2-game series this week.
The Knights' Grant Sankey leading the league with an incredible .500 batting average. The Warriors' Pedro Barajas has 6 homers on the year. Highlights from Game 1 of the series played on Wednesday.
The Orristemba Warriors making their way onto the field for the first place South Athletic League battle Wednesday, but we're going to pick it up with 2 runners on in the bottom of the first. Alex Millen grounds a ball to shortstop Eli Terpsma. Drake Perez scoring on the fielder's choice. The Warriors go up 1-0. Lou Crivello settling in on the mound. That strikeout ends the second inning, but the Warriors pitcher, Evan Zapian, perfect through his first 3 innings of work. That's one of his 5 strikeouts. Bottom of the third, Drake Perez at the plate for Orristemba. That's going to be extra bases for the junior. A smooth slide into second base for the double. Next batter hits a line drive to left. Logan Sauer makes a sliding catch, a chance to double up the runner at second base, and Logan does just that. We head to the top of the fourth as it remains 1-0 Warriors. Grant Sankey is the runner on first for Ripon Christian. Grant takes off for 2, diving in safely for the stolen base. That was a huge because the next batter is Eli Terpsma, and Eli drops a base hit into shallow right field. Sankey scores to tie this game up at 1. Bottom of the inning, the Warriors have a runner in scoring position for Nate Perez. Ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Alex Millen comes around to score from second, and Orristemba goes back on top. Next batter is Kai Brazil. This one goes through the right side, rolling to the right fielder, Micah English. A dart to catcher Josh Buffalo, and the runner is out at home. What an arm! 2-1 Warriors. Top of the 6th, Justin Severson with a pretty knock to right field. Sankey is the lead runner. He makes his way to third on the Severson single. Terpsma is up next. The line drive hangs up. Sankey's speed allows him to score on the Eli sac fly. This game is all knotted up at 2. Micah English comes in relief to get out of a jam in the bottom of the 6th. Micah throws hard, getting the strikeout to keep it a 2-2 ball game heading into the 7th. And Micah is up to bat in the inning with runners on the corners. He hits it high, he hits it deep, and that ball is gone. A 3-run shot for the senior and the Warriors' Evan Zapian. A classy move there. Ripon Christian goes on to take the 7-2 win thanks to the clutch 3-run home run from Micah English.
There aren't many athletes who are better at their craft than Granite Bay senior Avery Siva.
That's right, but it was nearly 5 years ago that her softball career came to an abrupt halt. Our Nick Pecoraro has more on Avery's journey to becoming one of the top pitchers in the Sierra Foothill League.
It's a cool, quiet spring break afternoon on the Granite Bay softball field. Senior pitcher Avery Siva is getting work in with that same type of demeanor that she channels on game days.
In the circle, she's very calm, cool, and collected. Like, you can't see an emotion on her face, ever.
She's a creature of habit, so she has a routine that she is super disciplined and sticks to. I don't really have to manage her that much.
I just think that being in the center of every play, being like a super big role in the game of softball, I think that really like called to me, and I wanted to be in the game the entire time, so that's why I chose pitching.
But it was nearly 5 years ago, in a rare travel game in which Avery was not in the circle, that nearly ended her softball career.
She was playing third base. She had pitched the game before, so I kind of had to mix girls around and play them in positions that they normally don't play that morning.
There was a play at third and a girl slid into my leg.
The relay throw came in, and the throw kind of brought her into the lane of the runner, and I don't know that the runner really knew that there was going to be a play, and so when she saw that it was going to happen, she kind of slid late.
Broke my tibia and fibula, and both bones came out of the skin, compound fracture.
The third base coach for their team came sprinting over to our dugout, and he was freaking out, and he was like, "It's broken, her leg is broken," and I mean, it was going in two different directions.
All of a sudden, Avery's life was going in different directions. After 2 surgeries and a 7-inch metal plate in her ankle, Avery struggled with what came next.
Just kind of like halted like my life. So like I'm kind of the person that needs an outlet always. Like I'm a very physical and kind of exercise type of person, and I always need that outlet to clear my space. So when I hurt my leg, that like put a complete stop on any physical activity that I was allowed to do. So being stagnant for so long, I just got really severe depression.
For her whole life, Avery's been like very, very just, like she's a burst of energy wherever she goes. Like, you know when Avery enters the room. And during that time, she definitely wasn't, like, she physically couldn't be that burst of energy, like jumping around like she always had been. But mentally, she was dimmed.
She definitely wanted to quit a few times, you know, but there wasn't anything else really to fill that void for her, you know, both physically and socially, you know, at the time.
It would be at least 3 months before Avery could put any weight on her leg, and a full year before she could even think of stepping on the softball field again. And even that took some soul searching.
Coming back from that injury like that, I didn't have the motivation to get back to where I was. But sophomore year, like my sister committed, and we're a very competitive household. And so seeing that like my sister committed, I wanted to see if I could do that as well. I wanted to kind of prove to myself and to others that like I can get back to the progressive, like where I was before I broke my leg. And so when I found that motivation, I kind of just took it and ran with it.
Avery says she found her stride again around the end of her sophomore year at Granite Bay. A solid season with a 6-3 record and a 2.37 ERA, but then she just kept improving in her junior year, going 10-3 with a sub-2 ERA and more than double her strikeout total from the previous year.
It was like, oh my gosh, like where'd this Avery come from? Like she was definitely like that spark plug energy again, like throwing faster than we've ever seen before. Like she was 100%. Playing with Avery is just like inspirational in a way that I know that I can do anything, because she literally came back from like pretty much a career-ending injury and came in to literally be probably, in my opinion, the best pitcher in SFL.
Avery's resiliency has opened up the door to play Division I softball at Santa Clara University.
I don't think I could be more proud of her at this point. I just don't think there's much that would take her out at this point. You know, she really knows how to overcome adversity, and you know, has a clear mind about it and controls what she can control, and I don't worry about her that much anymore. So, which is a good change, because there was a couple years there where it was draining for both her mom and I.
Looking back at like where I was even like 3 years ago or 2 years ago compared to now, like the growth has just been like astronomical. And I think that if you really set your mind to anything, you can do a lot more than you think.
Reporting from Granite Bay, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Granite Bay will be a force to be reckoned with in the Sac-Joaquin section playoffs in a couple of weeks. As for Avery, she entered the week in the running for the SFL pitching triple crown, topping the league leaderboards in wins, strikeouts, and ERA.
What an amazing comeback. Good for her. Coming up, the Mattress Firm Perfect Match. Vanden takes on Rodriguez.
Then it's Delta and Woodland Christian baseball. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics, and by SunPower, a proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers. The Monticello Empire League is in its final week of league play, so we head down to Fairfield for our Mattress Firm Perfect Match. Rodriguez is in the hunt for its first MEL title in school history. The Mustangs come into the week tied with Vacaville for the league lead.
And Rodriguez needing a sweep over last year's title winner Vanden. Let's see how the series plays out. The Mustangs and Vikings in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Senior day at Rodriguez for our Mattress Firm Perfect Match. The Mustangs looking to clinch at least a share of the MEL crown. They would need a sweep of Vanden Friday, but the Vikings come out swinging in the first as Alex Mosshart bangs a one-out triple into the left center gap. That sets up an RBI opportunity for Cody Buckley. He cashes in, and it's 1-0 Vanden. Mosshart got the start for Vanden. He was sharp early. Here's one of his 3 Ks. And some defense for you now. Jovan Ochoa with a high chopper to short, but Landon Trout swimming upstream to snag this ball. Nice play to get the out. Vanden adds a couple runs in the third. Ochoa's at the plate again, and this time he hits it over the defense. Jack Tranquina scores, and it's 4-0 Vikes. But check out this play to end the inning. Rodriguez second baseman Jace Parkinson. Jace is on the case, chasing down the pop-up to get out of the jam. Top 5 now, bases juiced for Dalen Shipp. He walks to make it 5-0, and that run would be significant because here come the Mustangs in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on for Kyle Sandner. A deep double to left scores 1, and the Stangs would plate 2 more before Landon Trout comes to bat. He makes it 5-4 with this hit, but a great heads-up play by Bryce Alcantara at first. He comes home with it and guns down the tying run at the plate. That keeps it at 5-4. And Braden Bruno does the rest with 2 scoreless relief innings, and Vanden plays the role of spoiler, last year's section runner-up, still looking to make some noise in the playoffs.
I would say getting the bats hot early in the game. I mean, we've been struggling recently, getting down in the game at the plate, and today we just really brought it to the plate today. We're hungry, man. We want it. We want it now.
Ian Olson bringing you the Thursday night matchup between Central Valley foes Delta and Woodland Christian. Bottom first and with 2 on and 2 out, Jordan Sacramento drives one the other way to score a run and give the Cardinals a 1-run lead. But in the top of the 3rd, Michael Ivener drills one past the infield to score both base runners and claim a 2-1 Delta lead. Pitcher Wyatt Bickle takes the mound for Woodland Christian in the 4th inning and follows by striking out the side to keep the Cardinals within a run. With 2 runners on in the bottom of the 4th, Ivener jumps on a bunt and slings to first for the out. Later in the inning, with the bases loaded, St. first baseman Tyler Finley fields a chopper and beats the batter to the bag to end the threat. Bottom 5th now, and Bickle cranks one into the corner in left field, putting a Cardinal in scoring position with a 2-out double. But the Delta defense responds. Finley scoops up the grounder and rushes to first base for out number 3. With a runner on third in the 6th inning, Gavin McAllister hits a hard hit chopper that gets away, scoring a Saint run. With a runner on in the 6th inning, Ivener blows it by back-to-back Cardinals to end the inning. With one out in the 7th inning, Finley launches one to left, leaving the yard with a towering shot to give Delta a 4-1 lead. Isaiah Rubio ends the game with a running grab in left field, handing Woodland Christian its first league loss and placing the teams tied for first place in the Central Valley California League.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who excel in their sport and give back to their schools.
In this week's Service Champion Student Spotlight, we feature Ava Broccini from Ripon High School. Ava is one of the captains of the softball team and is the athletics commissioner for the school. She is also part of the Future Farmers of America program and shows steers in her free time. Ava from Ripon, this week's Service Champion Student Spotlight.
Coming up, Stag hosts Linden.
Then it's McClatchy and Laguna Creek. You are watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. The Linden Lions are the last undefeated team in the section. The Lions entered the week with a 17-0 record. JT Cox is batting over .550 on the year, following in the footsteps of a past Linden Lion who also batted .500 on the year. Do you know who that was?
Eric Armstead.
No, but Eric Armstead was from Pleasant Grove. Oh. Aaron Judge, Linden's grad.
Aaron Judge?
Yes.
He's a
Yankee.
He's not a Giant. Not a Giant. Okay. Stag looking to hand Linden its first loss of the year to stay in the title hunt. Jaron Guerrero leads the Delta Kings with 10 RBI. Linden taking game 1 of the 2-game series. Game 2 played at Stag on Thursday.
The last remaining unbeaten team in the section, Linden, trying to remain perfect Thursday at Stag. Top 1, Lions already up 1-0. Runners on second and third. Braden Busalaki deposits an RBI knock into center, but look out for Eli Brooks in center field. He comes up throwing. A freaking laser beam gets the final out at home, but it's 2-0 Lions. The Delta Kings with the leadoff man in the bottom half, but shortstop Bo DeLuz just snares this liner, and Linden keeps Stag off the board. Top 2 now, DeLuz at the plate with a runner at second. He skies it out into deep center. That'll score Kyle Frink, and the next batter is Dax Weber. One of 2 doubles for Dax on Thursday. DeLuz trades him spots, and it's 4-0. Same inning, Stevie Sanguinetti. Residents of Rosemarie Lane, look out! That's the Lions' first home run of the season, and Linden's still batting in the second. Busalaki with a little deja vu single into center. They must not have learned their lesson from the first inning. You don't run on Eli Brooks. But it's still 6-0 Lions after 2. Linden starter Eric Alvarez was strong, 5 1/3, 7 hits, 1 earned, and 4 strikeouts. And when you're 17-0, you need defense too. JT Cox to Bo DeLuz to Braden Busalaki, 6-4-3 tailor-made double play. Stag pushes a run across in the 6th, but Linden piles on in the 7th. Matthew Schallberger with another RBI double for the Lions, and Linden remains perfect at 18-0, now looking to wrap up the SJAA.
McClatchy comes into the week undefeated in the league as they take on Laguna Creek, a team that's only 1 game out of first. Cards send Tyler Carlock out to face the Lions. First inning, Lions have something brewing, 2-on for Finn Ferris, who smacks the pitch down the line and left it goes. Ari Silva comes in to score, and they are waving Leo Terramina in. He's all the way from first, scores head first slide and a little push-up. After that, it's 2-0 McClatchy. Still in the first, Ryland Pope is up, and he singles to center. Silva comes all the way around from second to score. It's part of a 4-run first for the Lions, who lead it 4-0. In the 4th, leading 6-0 now, McClatchy gets a few more when Ferris goes down and gets the low outside fastball. Up the middle it goes. 2 Lions come in to score, and McClatchy's blown the circle wide open, 8-0. Cards scratch across a few runs in the 4th. Ty Cullum doubles to right center. Chris DeLuca comes in to score for the Laguna Creek Cardinals, who trail by 6. 6th inning we go. Laguna loads up, bases up for their slugger, Brandon Lowe. He comes through with a hit to the outfield just past the D. That scores Connor Kuplikoff and Truth Baptiste, and it's a 10-5 ball game. The Cards ready to add to that score, but a liner goes right at Jalen Hodges, who tosses over to Willie Evans for the inning-ending double play. Bob in the 7th now, Laguna Creek chasing 5, and with 2 on, pitch hitter Justin Mariano steps up and he does this. A 3-run blast over the wall and right, dropping the sledgehammer. 2-run game. It's now 10-9, bases loaded, 1 out for Laguna Creek. Klopikov hits a short fly ball to shallow right field. Evans from McClatchy can't make the catch, but an infield fly was called. The batter's now out. Colum is advancing on his own risk. Kyle McClanahan, who makes the tag for the final out of the game, and that's it. McClatchy survives a late inning comeback by Laguna and wins it 10-9.
Ian Olson bringing you Rio Vista at Vacaville Christian, both coming in unbeaten in Sierra Delta League play. 2 on and 2 out in the top of the first. Tessa Miguel lifts one the other way to score both Rams. Falcon pitcher Emerson Meggers pounces on a 3rd-inning bunt to record an out and follows with her 6th strikeout to retire the side. Bottom third, Macy Graves hits a base hit single, placing Falcons on the corners. She's got what it takes on the mound and at the plate. Meggers blasts a shot over the center field wall, turning a 2-run deficit into a 3-2 Vacaville Christian lead. Top 4 and with a runner on, Kennedy Lehigh drives it past the left fielder, bringing in a run with a stand-up triple which ties the game. Bottom 5 and with runners on 1st and 3rd, Megan Duarte drops a single into center to score a Falcon run. Jeanette Nason follows with a base hit of her own, plating another Falcon. And Lexi Martinez caps an 8-run 5th inning with a line drive to left, scoring 2 runs to give Vacaville Christian a 12-3 lead. Meggers protects the Falcon lead by finishing with 11 strikeouts in a complete game, placing Vacaville Christian alone atop the Sierra Delta League.
Each week we showcase a top recruit from the Sac Joaquin section.
This week's top recruit is Naylin Marshall from Franklin High School, the incredible senior shortstop being recruited to play at the next level by Cal Berkeley.
Coming up, our second SunPower electric game, Rio Americano faces Del Campo.
Then it's Whitney and Del Oro in softball. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we're in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
Who's there?
he can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
Our second SunPower electric game is the highly anticipated Capital Athletic League matchup. The Del Campo Cougars are the defending league champs, and with just 2 series left in the regular season, Del Campo is in a position to repeat.
The Cougars enter the week with an 11-1 league record. Rio Americano 3 games back. Rio and Del Campo meeting in Game 1 at Del Campo for our second SunPower electric game. Nick Pecoraro was there.
Nick Pecoraro here. You know, the last time Rio Americano and Del Campo met in a SunPower electric game, it was right here on this field. The Raiders won 11-3 to win the Christian Brothers Easter tournament over spring break. So you know the Cougars have been waiting for a get-back game as we begin a key Capital Athletic League series. Del Campo enters the week atop the league standings at 11-1, outscoring league opponents by an average of more than 8 runs. Over the last 6 games, Cougar pitching has struck out 60 batters while only allowing 10 hits. It'll be Austin Wilhelm's turn to keep the train a-rolling for Del Campo. Rio's Sam Marr homered in that previous meeting at Del Campo. The junior leads the league with a .481 batting average and 26 runs scored. You know, the funny thing about baseball is sometimes you just take everything you think will happen and just throw it all out the window. Here we go. Top 1, Rio's leadoff man Sammy Marr gets a hold of this one to start the game with a leadoff double. That would spark a huge inning and a huge game for the Raiders. 1 run is in on a bases-loaded walk before Mac Hosman singles deep in the hole. There's no play there, and another run will score. 2 more come in on free passes, and the bases are still loaded for Kyle Wirtz. And Wirtz puts a Hertz on that ball all the way to the fence in right. That'll score 2 more, and it's 6-0. And the Raiders are still batting. Caden Beloyan, in his second at-bat of the inning, flies it to deep left. A tough play for the left fielder. It's off the bottom of the fence. 2 more will score, and we're still not done yet. Brady Wilson drives in the 9th run of the first inning. 14 batters come to the plate for Rio. Needless to say, Del Campo has some work to do. Leadoff hitter Matt Moses says, "I'm game." A leadoff triple to start the Cougar half, and it looks like it might be one of those crazy football score games. But Chase Christensen gets out of the inning unharmed. Rio goes back to work in the second. Kyle Wirtz with his second RBI double to right to make it 11-0 after 2. And let's just stick with Kyle Wirtz. Top 3 bases packed again. You wanted the Wirtz, you got the Wirtz. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a salami sandwich, 7 RBIs from the 9-hole. I'm picking him up for my high school fantasy baseball team ASAP. And the Raiders have a day in game 1 of the series.
I think we really all just have good approaches, and practice is helping us out a lot. We're taking a lot of BP, a lot of swings, and I think that it's really translating into the games and really making us a high-power offensive squad. It means a ton, and to still have a chance to win league and get after it means a lot.
From our SunPower Electric game, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Whitney heads into the week 3 games up on Granite Bay with 5 to go for a league title, but Del Oro stood in their way. Nothing shaken until the 4th inning. Whitney just took the lead here, is looking for more. Sarah O'Day doubles to the wall left. Alyssa Flint going to step on the plate along with Alyssa Jeffrey, and the Wildcats lead it 3-0. Del Oro got some work to do, and it starts with Daniela Morales. The double to left to get the Golden Eagles going in the bottom of the 4th. Then Avery Enyart singles to left. Courtesy runner Sammy Pinkham scores from second, and the Golden Eagles are on the board 3-1. In the bottom of the 5th, same score, but not for long. Morgan Golightly drills the pitch to right over everyone's head. Davidson and Enyart come in to score, make it a 3-3 ball game. Golightly was anything but that. She's more like Go Loudly. Is more like it. She ends up with a triple. Morales would give the Eagles a 4-3 lead in the 5th. So we pick it up now, top of the 6th. Whitney chasing 1. Alyssa Flint helps out the Wildcats with a triple to get them going. So we got Alyssa on 3rd with Brianna Decker up, and she drops down a nice bunt. Decker is able to beat it out, and on the play, Alyssa comes in to score, and we have a 4-4 ball game. In the bottom of the 6th, after a walk, Kate Brown steps up and does this. A 2-run homer for the freshman. Just like that, Del Oro has a 2-run lead, and the town of Loomis is going crazy. To the top of the 7th, don't count out the Wildcats. Tylee Kitchen with the deep fly ball to left. But Sam Hollingsworth robs a home run and ends the game with 1 play. That's a River Cats Play of the Week nomination, and that's the end of the game. Del Oro wins in dramatic fashion, 6-4.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Camden Rush from Downey Baseball. Camden batting .414 on the year. In the classroom, Cam sports an incredible 4.5 GPA.
Coming up, it's Ponderosa and Lincoln.
Then West Campus and Florin. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be right back. The Foothill Valley League race is one of the most entertaining in this section. With 2 more weeks left to play, all 6 teams are still in the hunt, all within 2 games of first place. 6 teams, 2 games of first place.
Amazing. Lincoln and Ponderosa holding on to the top 2 spots entering the week. Kenny Winters batting .410 for the Fighting Zebras. Ian Holt leading the Bruins with 23 RBI. Lincoln winning game 1 of the series. Highlights from game 2 played at Lincoln on Thursday.
There he is, Ricky Larson, our current player of the week. Let's see how he does versus the Zebras. Root beer, yeah! Top 1, Aiden Arnett on 3rd after triple, and Ian Holt lifts a fly ball to right. Andrew Wasselchuk is under for the Zebes. He throws home. It's not in time. Arnett gives the Bruins an early 1-0 lead. Bottom 1 game tied at 1. Jackson Cook on 3rd. Junior slugger Kenny Winters delivers a single to left. Cook is in. Zebras lead it. Winters on 1st now for Andrew Wasselchuk, who drops the hammer on the pitch, and there it goes to the sun field, to the wall. It goes in Winters. He's a speedy one, scores from 1st, and Lincoln leads it 3-1. Second inning, Pondo gets the runs back. Bases loaded for Tyler Scowcroft, who just squeaks it down the line for a double. Lucas Roberts and Arnett score for the Bruins. In the third, Holt doubles in a run for Pondo, and then Austin Sanchez singles to left. That's going to score Ian, and the Bruins have a 5-3 lead after 3. Sixth inning we go, no one on when Holt steps up to the plate, and he just unloads on this one over the blue left field fence, and that gives the Bruins a 4-run lead. Couldn't hold up. Bottom 7, Lincoln chasing 5 when Jackson Cook says, "Yo, we ain't done yet." Jackson with a big fly to left, clearing the wall. Caden Spolmer scores as well, but it's not enough as Mr. Root Beer, yeah, Ricky Larson goes the distance, striking out 6 and getting the dub on Wednesday.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Florin Wednesday afternoon as the Panthers host West Campus in a Greater Sacramento League showdown. This was a wild one, so prepare yourself. Scoreless top 3, Derek Smith with a sweet pick at short, and Angelo Carlos Topete holds the bag to get Florin out of the inning. Bottom half of the inning, Emmanuel Maxwell smashes this deep to center, and Maxwell can fly. Watch him go, trying to get a triple out of it. The throw to third is off the mark and out of play. Maxwell will eventually get home, and the Panthers lead 1-0. Later in the third, Carlos Topete is up with 2 on, and he drives this to left center and down. 2 more runs come home, and Florin is flying high with a 3-0 lead. More where that came from in the fourth. It's 4-0 now after a sac fly. 2 on for Smith, and he singles through the middle. 1 run is in, but the trail runner is cut down at the plate on a nice throw by Jason Torrey. It's 5-0 after 4. But the Warriors start to wake up in the 5th. They've got second and third. Luke Steinheimer hits a hot shot off the third baseman. Jordan Wilson scores, and West Campus is on the board. Then Curtis Meraki hits a solid single through to center field. The Warriors chipping away. It's 5-2. The comeback continues in the 6th. 5-3 now. Evan Liu pulls this down the line. Torrey can jog home. Liu has an RBI double to make it 5-4. Meraki up again, and he continues to come up clutch. Dumps this into center for a base hit, and Liu comes in with a tying run. It's 5-5, but we're far from done. Bottom 6, Panthers with second and third. It's a tapper to third. The throw is high. Florin takes the lead back 6-5. The Panthers will get another run on a wild pitch. Then Smith puts some wicked English on the high hopper, gets through. Maxwell comes in with the third run of the inning. Florin up 3 with 3 outs to go. Top 7, West Campus, they have the tying run at the plate with 2 out. Torrey drills it to center, 2-run score. It's 8-7 with the tying run in scoring position. West Campus has just who they want at the plate. It's Liu bidding this ball adieu. A go-ahead 2-run shot, and all it takes is the Warriors being down to their final out to take their first lead. But there will be more drama ahead. Bottom 7, Florin has him loaded with 1 out. Meraki gets the second out with the K. Next batter, it's a grounder to second, and West Campus will get the out and win a thriller. A comeback 9-8 win. Liu finishes a triple short of the cycle.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way. Mountain House and Lathrop battling for the Western Athletic Conference title. Lathrop is the defending champ with 1 league loss. Mountain House undefeated in league. The Spartans are the first on the board as Jericho Santillan tools it off the block, tied at 6 in the set. Zeiston Bright sets up Aditya Gundlapalli, and the Mustangs grab a hold of the lead. This was an exciting match from start to finish. Stangs up by 3. Marco Palomares puts up the big time block. 17-16 Lathrop. Lucas Balliot to Alexander Veer to Gabriel Faali, and Gabe drops one on the line. That was an impressive one. So was this. Anirudh Sivakumar, ace baby, perfect serve, flips the score back in favor of the Mustangs, giving them set point. Bright to Manil Mehta, and that is a mega kill. Mustangs take the first set. Lathrop comes back in the second with a vengeance. Faali from Veer, and Lathrop goes up 5-2 to start the second. Balliot with the dig. Then hold on, Veer the setter with the trick shot. Veer adding a kill to his 33 assists in the match. 13-10 Lathrop. Kamesh Saravanan, Gundlapalli. Then it's freshman Manil Mehta going in for the kill. Shane Ordanza The dig. Gundlapalli sets Kamesh Saravanan and count it. A couple of freshmen playing huge roles in this one. Lathrop's freshman Gabe Fa'ali leading the Spartans with 15 kills. That tricky finish with his left. Lathrop still holding on to the lead in the second. Veer with the short set to Caden Wisniewski. Too hot to handle. Jericho Centillon puts the icing on the cake, and Lathrop ties this match at a set apiece. But Mountain House runs away with set 3. The freshman, watch out, Maida's arm is dangerous. The Mustangs, one set away from taking the outright WAC title. This is an incredible set from Bright. Gundlapalli is on the receiving end. And then fast forward to match point. Anish Kamatan to Gundlapalli to Saravanan, and that will do it. Mountain House is the undefeated Western Athletic Conference champs. It's the first league championship for the school. Remember, you can buy all of the game footage we shoot throughout the week. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com to order entire game videos.
Follow us on social media for more prep sports content. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube site where you can find all of the highlights aired on the show on YouTube.
Coming up, we'll choose the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets the honor next.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 baseball poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
We are back to announce the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. The River Cats will be hosting our end of the season awards ceremony for all of our players of the year. That is on May 28th at Sutter Health Park.
Yeah, looking forward to that. We'll list off a few contenders and then announce the winner of the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
Here we go. Ava Devane of Rockland, the behind-the-head shot. You just can't teach that. Then it's Eli Brooks, the center fielder from Stagg. No, don't run on him. He's got a great arm, but an even better tag. Getting the foot before it crosses home. It's all about Del Oro's Sam's Hollingsworth. The catch at the wall. She tracks it, makes the grab, robbing a home run, and winning the game. Del Oro Sam's Hollingsworth, you get the River Cats Play of the Week.
That is the River Cats Play of the Week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. Join us next week for the final week of the regular season where the league champions will be crowned. We'll see you then.